Hello everyone, Dungeon Frog here, and it's another update on my Voltaxic Burst Arcanist brand Trickster. I already started making this build when the skill was released, around 2 years ago, and the base idea was kind of the same. We played the old Trickster, it got a node which is now the Forbidden Right keystone. So you got extra damage from your elemental damage as chaos damage. You can get it pretty expensively now too. But they took it away from Trickster, but they gave us something new. And I hoped that we could play around it. And that is the skill to actually move faster while fighting. So let's look at it. Here, one step ahead, your action speed is at least 108% of base value, and nearby enemies monsters action speed is at most 92 point of base value. And that is interesting because we get this beautiful ring here, Rattler Promise, to self-curse us with the temporal chains, which increases the duration of effect. So the idea was, oh, now we can make Voltaxic Burst working because we can make the effect take longer to explode, and this will give us tons of damage. And I'm still not sure if it's bugged or if it's intended like this, but it does not work. So if you look like here, you can see my Arcane Surge, it is blue. You see my buffs, they're blue, because I have increased damage, because I self-cursed myself. So now let's try a group of mobs and see what happens. You see the stacks are going up, but the duration is not blue. So this indicates it does not work. So the interesting part is people reported that the skill goes blue and just ticks off before going to the last second, and they seem to fix it with removing the interaction. So I'm not sure how this is actually working at all. I think it might be the only chance to make Voltaxic Burst really worthwhile to as a damage skill, because it's already really hard to get the damage high enough. So I can't really recommend it at the moment. But if the interaction would work, there might be a decent chance that it might be viable. Without it, I don't know. And I did do tried some testing. As you can see, we have our static strike. And as you see, here it goes blue. So this one seems to work. And as you can see, I also tried another skill, Arcane Clock. Also does work. If it will proc at some time, you see it's also blue. So those skills also have a skill duration and do work with it. But Arcanist Brand does not work with it. I also tried showcase it. The good old Mirage Archer, and there it's hard to say. Because it has a duration, but it does not count. It is not shown here on the duration bar. So it might be intended. I'm not sure. If anybody of you know anything about this, I would be really interested. I should probably write another forum bug, because they said 1 year before that they want to look into it, and well, they still did not. It seems like maybe they did, and it's now that they don't want to have it working. I'm not sure. And yeah, so yeah, as long as it's not fixed, it's probably pretty hard to get enough damage. You would probably need to buy the extra shadow skill gem, and that's really expensive for such a skill. So probably not worth it. And yeah, so I just talk a bit about the new iteration of the build. if it will ever get fixed, I probably will make another video, which is like, we got Shade of Solaris, which is like a really low level stuff, like level 31 I think. It gives us a lot of elemental as extra chaos damage. And yeah, the critical thing does not really matter. We're casting pretty fast because like cast speed is like the main stat for our build. So we have a good chance, even without a high crit chance, to get some procs out of it. Yeah, and we got casting speed on our equipment, try to get some nice items here and there. Some of my leveling items are still there. And yeah, I actually was testing this helmet, which helps with a curse setup. So we could probably at some time use like Hydrosphere, Hex Touch, Conductivity, and Despair if we have enough chaos damage to like make a pretty big hit. I usually actually don't use Arcane Clock, it was just there for some testing purposes, so this is actually the setup at the moment. Later we can also fit in Wrath as another aura, so it is okay, but without the extra duration, like our stacks probably won't go like over 20, and yeah, I think the self-curse part would be kinda important for all this. So yeah, did you try it, the build? Did you find another way to make our lovely meme skill Voltaxic burst anyhow workable? I would be really interested, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.